Hi, Stream. Sometimes the buttons on Streamlabs don't respond as you push them. They respond a couple minutes later, and I find that confusing. Welcome to Treasure Tuesday. I have had a day, so we started a little late because my players are very nice to me. We've got 4 of our 5 players today. We're working with names. We are working with Relic and Quinten and Druzh and Brandle. Marthal has taken a well-deserved break. So what do y'all remember happening last time?
Apparently we're going on a trip.
Yep.
We're gonna be on a boat.
Going on a boat.
I'm on the boat.
Motherfucker, look at me.
Okay.
Whoa.
It looks like you confronted Marthala about where she was.
Yep.
She was off beating up priests. Felix showed up and talked to you about the next piece. He booked you passage on a ship to the other continent, which I forgot to name in between sessions. And if you make it back, I forget, what did he say? Within 2 months, he'd pay for the way back.
Brandle said, bitch better have my money.
Yep. And he said, I deposited it in the bank. Felix left. Marthala and Relic had words about trust. Marthala and Druzh had words about feelings. Relic had thoughts. Brandle discovered that marrow is petable.
Yeah.
Potable?
Petable.
Portable.
Petable. Not drink, but like love. And then I said you had about 2 days to do whatever. I reached out to all of you offline and discussed those things. So once we go through the learned and the role playing, I'll drop us into a scene. Okay, so anybody want to add anything they remember happening last time?
I mean, Tank Bro hug happened.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that. It was a good hug. Yeah.
Yeah, Felix also mentioned like something about a different piece or something. But then he was like, nah, forget about it. Just go get the other one.
Oh, that's right. He mentioned that he had a piece.
Yeah.
Didn't write it down. Go me. I think he mentioned something about having a piece that he wasn't sure about that was on this continent, or a piece he knew about that was on the other.
They're like, this dude's kind of sus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got raided. I have to acknowledge raids. I think that's part of the thing. Thank you so much for raiding me. Stick around. We're playing D&D and we're all goofy.
Hello.
And entirely sober. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Listen. It rained here, and I have a condition that is exacerbated by rain and has special types of pain. So I don't recommend using drink to take the edge off, but that's what I'm doing.
Rain is like pain graffiti or confetti.
Pain graffiti?
Pain graffiti would be.
Pain graffiti would be weird.
That'd be wild.
Okay.
How would I make that character?
Pain graffiti is a tattoo. Have fun.
Have to be an art-based bard.
Mm-hmm. Tattoo bard.
Actually, I read about one that was an art-based bard the other day, and I was like, heck, I've really been thinking about how you can do bards differently than like the traditional like sing.
Sing, dance.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying some of the reading I've been doing. Anyway, yeah, so y'all decided to go with the boat. The boat's name is
The thing that I wrote.
Bodie Boatface.
Nope, that's not right.
The Star Knitter.
Yep. And do you remember the name of the captain?
No. Rolf?
Doc Miss Stuffins, but
Roll Up.
It was something.
Roll Up. Yes.
Yep.
yeah.
See,
I wasn't sure on the spelling on that.
when I have people in chat, then I can use their names, which I should probably start tweeting about so people start showing up. Yeah. Captain Rollup, Roleup, and the ship is Star Knitter. Mm-hmm. He's got your map and a description of the piece you're looking for, and he sets out in the next 2 days. Remember? Okay.
Yep.
So Brandle learned that there's someone that knows Relic and saw through the disguise, and I wrote ghost in parentheses, and it's not like a full sentence, so I might have missed something in there. Y'all remember what that was?
Yeah, I mean, because of the ghost person that showed up that he mentioned, and he was like, "Oh, someone
That's
told
right.
me that you were lying," and it's like, well, someone knows that you're here.
That's true.
And not actually a small child.
Right. Because you,
Yes.
I should have you
Not a
roll
child.
for that again. You've been banking on that for a while. You also learned that Felix has sent out multiple crews for the piece you're after, and
Yeah.
I believe you're the 4th or 5th crew he sent out.
Yeah, sounds right.
Okay.
Probably fine.
You also learned that Marthala went and beat up some priests or acquired info while potentially threatening incidents of violence. Quinten and Druzh know things about the other continents. That was fun. We jumped into a secret channel on stream and talked about it.
Right, yeah.
And then Quinten's girlfriend's name is Roken. You're muted. You muted yourself and then started talking.
Hadouken.
Said, not a girlfriend. We just went on a date.
It says girlfriend, so canon.
Canon.
Is canon.
Canon. Okay, so
So say we all.
So say we all. The role-playing point went to everybody. That's right. I wrote that really ambiguously. Stream. At the end of the game, what I do is I ask, at the end of the session, I ask the players to nominate role-playing moments that were really good during the game, and then they vote on their favorite. I actually accept nominations from stream as well, so keep an eye out for like, ooh, that's a good moment. So the one that got the most votes last time is everyone leading into the fact that Relic is playing a child and then reprimanding him by taking away his bacon. Some honorable mentions were the tank bro hug, Brandle jumping up and being like, money please, and Marthala and Relics talk about trust. All right, so with that, we are ready to get started. So, as I said before, we're going to do a little bit of walking through what people have done, and I've talked with everybody offline about what they're doing, so I'll give them a chance to talk about that as well. But we're does that make sense, everybody? Okay.
Got it.
So Relic, we're gonna pick up with you.
Oh, righto.
Okay, so we are within the 2 days before the ship takes off. I'm gonna say you're in your room. Let's say what's a good reason for you to be in your room, do you think? By
Because
yourself.
all them, they're off leaving, and I gotta pretend to be a child still, so nobody recognizes me.
That's fair. Okay, so while you're sitting in your room, you're gonna hear like a wind sound, and then you're gonna do it for me. It's only coming through a little bit.
It's noise canceling your wind sound.
Good Foley work. And then the same voice that talked to you earlier is going to be whispering, and it's going to sound... Oh, I lost somebody. No, I just lost a camera. It's going to sound like somebody is talking, like with... Has anybody ever, like, put their head on your shoulder and then started talking? Like in real life?
Yeah,
You
sure.
know what that sounds like? That's kind of what it's going to sound like. And they're going to say, I was right, wasn't I?
Who did? Oh, yeah, well, they didn't admit to lying to me, but I know they was lying to me.
Yeah, we both know that, says the voice. And then he says, the voice says, do you want to know something else?
I guess.
You're going to need to follow me. And then you're going to hear footsteps walk in front of you to the door. Your door's going to open, and the footsteps are going to walk out.
And now look here, mate. I haven't got to get to the ripe old age that I'm at by just following disembodied voices out into alleys and whatnot.
The footsteps just keep going.
Well, it's... Well... All right. Maybe just this once.
So, the footsteps are going to go all the way outside. What time of day is this? Let's call this, like, the sun is going down. It's not too late.
The moon has come up?
No, the moon hasn't come up. No, the sun's...
Did somebody leave with the cup?
Are you rhyming stuff? Am I accidentally singing a song? Stop that. So it's right when people are going to start coming into the bar. And the footsteps are going to lead you out that back door.
All right. Well, you know, I'll keep my head down and sneak out that door, follow the footsteps, but keep my head on a swivel.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Oof. It's a 3 plus... That's a 7.
So you're seeing people come... not a natural 7. So you're seeing people come... they're closing up shop. They're heading home. They're heading to establishments. But you're still seeing kids like on the street, you know, like coming home from whatever they do, or they're free of their duties, so they're running around. So this feels like a safe environment. Now, as you're walking along, you realize you can very clearly hear these footsteps, even when the street gets really rowdy, and you know where they're going when you hear them. Okay.
All right, then. This is a little creepy.
You're also gonna, I think you'd recognize that you're staying in decent parts of town, right? Like you're not going anywhere near like the shady parts of town.
All right, then. You
end up in sort of a merchanty district, which is dying down, right? Like this isn't the night market or anything. So these shops are being closed up, and there's regular alleyways, and the footsteps pause until you like catch up, because you have short legs, and then takes a left into an alley.
Is it a dark alley that looks like there could be some buggery going on in there?
Nope, it's actually pretty well lit. It looks like this is an alley between two businesses. There are doors at the end of the alley that would open into the businesses on either side, and there's very neat trash receptacles. So it looks like this area stays well lit, so there is not nonsense happening.
All right, then. All right, yeah, okay. I'll keep a little look around, whatnot.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another perception check.
Oh, that's much better. That's a 23.
Okay. So about halfway down the alley, exactly where you think the footsteps are, you get a very shadowy figure. The thing you pick up the most is like a luminescent gray color. Like silver, like a like moonlight made into the form of a humanoid. And the humanoid looks over its shoulder, sees you looking at it, and fades away immediately.
Hey, that was a little creepy, but I reckon that if I follow strange footsteps, then I expect to see strange things.
You hear the voice again, but it's from the end of the alley that says, "You are more perceptive than I thought you'd be. Come check this out."
All right. I do.
Yep. I am wearing a thumb brace because thumb doesn't work right. So my note taking is slow. And I have to reference something. Ugh. Okay, at the end of the alley, and again, this is a fairly clean alley. I mean, it's not, you can't eat off the ground or anything, but there isn't like trash everywhere. But in a very clear spot, it kind of looks like it has been scoured down to the stone, is a wooden spoon.
All right, then. I'll pick it up.
As soon as you
Nothing's gone wrong from picking up spoons thus far.
That's true. As soon as you pick it up, you realize that you have felt sort of a presence this whole time. And that presence, you notice it because of its absence as soon as you pick up the spoon. So this is a pretty, wooden spoons are pretty common. This looks like a fairly common wooden spoon. What's interesting about this spoon is in the bowl of the spoon where you, like, soup would sit, is what looks like a blast mark. And on the handle, the word gotcha is carved in, like, Gothic script. And then the presence reappears and says, and doesn't reappear, but you get the sense of that presence again. And the voice in your ear whispers, careful, this one won't last forever. And then it's gone again.
Oh, righto. That's... Okay. And do I get any other senses from this spoon here?
Nope. Well, roll an Arcana check, actually. Let me see what you see.
That is a natural 7. +2 for a 9.
God damn it. Okay, stream. So
I'm gonna die in an alley.
we've been using the Deck of Wonder when somebody rolls a natural 7 because I'm like 7 spoon. On my last, in my other streamed game, we decided that it would make sense to ask a question before actually pulling a card, and the question is, does now feel like a good time for some weird?
Yeah, you know, I'm in an alley by myself.
And then because the cards aren't really meant for this, I end up having to, like, flip through a couple until I find something that like makes sense. And I've sort of split the piles up into, like, combat. Yeah, this is the right pile. Like non-combat. Nope, that is a combat pile. And then, like, a weird pile. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of combat. And stuff that... Oh, great. A cow appears next to you.
Oh, what? That's strange. Hello, love. Where did you come from?
The cow just looks at you. Have you ever seen the look a cow gives a human they trust so completely?
Like a cow looks at an oncoming train.
Hey, don't... Ah! Sorry.
I do enjoy the lag to the stream so I can double check what happened upstairs.
Sorry, the cats were clawing into my very beautiful velvet couch and I was upset about it.
No.
Sorry, what did you say, Relic?
Like a cow looks at an oncoming train.
No.
It's a line from a Weird Al song. Sorry.
Stop that. So it's giving you, like, wide, limpid eyes, and, like, it's chewing its cud, and it like takes a step towards you.
Hello. Does it have like a harness or a halter or anything like that on it?
It does not. So it doesn't appear to be doing anything except staring lovingly at you. The spoon, however, you get the sense that you've come into contact with magic spoons before, so I'm actually going to give you advantage on this roll. Go ahead and roll again.
Arcana, that is a 14.
And everybody remember, y'all have RP points. All of y'all have RP points.
Cha.
So with a 14, what I'll say is, you've come into contact with magic spoons before. This is a magic spoon. They all have different ways of being activated, but the easiest way to activate a magic item is with a magic word.
Right. Well, I don't know what this spoon does, and I feel like I may or may not know what this here magic word is, but I probably shouldn't just fire it off willy-nilly in a city. So maybe I just wait until we're safely on a boat. That seems like a good place for it.
Yep. Okay, so the voice is gone, the footsteps are gone. You seem to be completely alone except for the cow.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have a little fun with this, and come on, Bessie, you're Bessie now, and I'm gonna take you back to my inn. I got lots of fun, cool people to show you.
Okay, so you head back to the inn. The cow absolutely follows you. I'm sorry, Bessie absolutely follows you.
Wonderful.
And you are now walking through the streets of a city with a cow. You are getting a lot of odd looks. You get one guy that's like, "Hey, is that for sale?"
No, this is my cow. Please bugger off.
I forgot you were playing a kid. Will you please roll to play kid again? It's been a while since you've rolled for that, so.
What
Roll
is
for
this?
child.
Roll for child. Is this my?
This is your disguise. Something or other.
Yeah, I have a disguise kit. Right. Yeah. There we go.
Is that Dex plus proficiency?
I can use my proficiency. It just says you can add your proficiency bonus on any ability checks you make to create a visual disguise. Did we do performance last time, I feel like?
I think performance fits well in this.
Performance or deception, either one.
Which one is higher? I'm not looking at your character sheet.
They are the same.
Performance sounds right.
All right, then. Yeah, I'm just walking through the city with my cow. And I rolled a 22.
Excellent. Yeah. So the guy's like, okay. But yeah, you get a lot of curious looks. But Bessie follows you back. So you end up in the inn. Gorko's gonna come out. And he's gonna stop and be like, "Oh, I thought you had a mount, like a horse, and I was gonna take it to the stable, but this is not a horse."
And no, this is my cow. His name is Bessie.
And he says, "Okay, do you want me to put the cow in the stable?"
I would really like to take Bessie into the inn.
Gorko goes, I'm gonna have to ask Marie.
Bessie is a magic cow. I traded beans for her.
The cow immediately poops on the ground.
Yep, magic poop.
And Gorko's gonna go, I'll be right back. And he runs into the inn, and he's gone for like a couple minutes, and then Marie comes out with him, and she's like, "A magic cow."
Yep, I traded magic beans for this magic cow.
Okay, well,
he follows me everywhere.
Well, your magic cow can stay in this stable because I'm not letting you have a cow in the inn. That's not.
Oh, give her the eyes, Bessie. Give her the eyes.
Bessie is only making eyes at you.
Hey, whoa. Easy there, Bessie.
She puts her head on your shoulder.
Say, she's a perfect little lady.
Marie goes, "I'm happy to make up a bed for you in the stable."
Hey, no, what about milk? She could trade you magic milk for the ability to come into my room.
A cow is not going to go upstairs, and she won't even fit through the... You have exasperated Marie to, like, her nth degree. Like, she's got an inn full of people, and she's like, "Listen, you could put it in the stable or nothing."
Fine.
And Gorko says, "I'll help." And he has fetched a rope at some point. He loops it around Bessie's neck, and he starts to, like, pull her. And she makes the most pathetic noises in the world. And,
You see how she is?
And Marie's like, "I don't care." And so Gorko leads her off, and the cries continue. What you gonna do?
Oh, poor Bessie. I'm gonna go in the inn and look for Quinten.
Quinten, where do you think you would be during the 2 days between ship? Do you think you would have... you'd be...
Is it the first day?
Let's call it the first day.
Are we checking in at the time he's coming in, or are you jumping over to whatever I would have been doing the first day?
No, I'm checking in with you at the time he's coming in to see, like, if in the evening you would be back in the inn the first day.
Yeah, by the evening I'd be back at the inn.
Would you think you'd be down in the common room having a drink and eating some dinner? Okay. So the common room's pretty full, but you spot him immediately. Oh, no, you're not bright green anymore. It takes you a minute, then you find him.
Oh, hey, mate, come out here. I've got a magic cow that I've got to show you, and it won't shut up.
I will roll my eyes loud enough that he can hear it. And kind of like take one last big bite of whatever I'm finishing and kind of like put it back on the plate and slide it back from the edge of the table and stand up and walk for him, kind of like wipe my mouth off. And
You can actually hear the cries of the cow from the stable here in the inn. They're that loud. And as Quinten is getting up, the cries cut off suddenly.
Ruh-roh, we better go see who done axed my cow.
I'm gonna walk a little faster.
Y'all make it to the stable, and Gorko is on his knees sobbing with a rope held in his hands like he doesn't know what to do. And when you appear, he says, "The cow just disappeared.
And what'd you do for my magic cow?
It just disappeared. I was right here, and he's gone. I don't know what to do." He's about as upset as you can get as a tiny little cute goblin.
Well, I was going to show you a magic cow. I traded some magic beans for it. Actually, you know what, mate? It just popped out of nowhere, and I was gonna lead you a line there, about magic milk and whatnot.
Mhm.
But you know, the cow disappearing here kind of puts a damper on the whole story.
You know I've spent a lot of time in the Feywild and I've seen magic cows, right?
Yeah, well, this cow popped out of nowhere. It's obviously a magic cow.
Uh-huh. And it
logic
had
there.
like ears about this long, and I hold my hands out to like a regular cow length ear.
Yeah, don't be silly. It was a magic cow.
Yeah, okay, magic creatures have long ears and long eyebrows. So, and I'll just turn
Yeah,
around and walk away.
I am not
think-
committing that to canon.
Yeah, I think that's a bit.
All right, so you head back.
Hey there, Gorko. It's okay. It was a magic cow, so it probably just zipped back to its home. I'm out my magic beans, though.
He's still crying. He's like, "There's ghosts and there's magic cows, and you're leaving me again." And he's very upset. And Marthal is upset. He's very upset.
There, go. Here's a gold. Go buy yourself some milk or something.
He walks away just sobbing heartlessly, holding this piece of gold in his hand.
Sobbing with gold in his hand.
Yeah,
All right then, mate.
he's very upset.
All right. I will go poke around the stable just to make sure that cow really is gone and not just like turned invisible or something.
Yeah, you're not able to find any trace of this cow. It didn't even leave footprints, and the poop that it pooped out is gone as well.
That's bloody strange.
Yeah.
I would like to take a quick look around. Is there anybody else there? Gorko's gone.
No, you're just out in the yard with Quinten.
Oh, I've walked away at this point.
Okay, you're alone.
The stable where he was taking that cow, I'm gonna pull out my new wooden spoon and go and wave it dramatically and go, "Gotcha."
1 moment, please. I have forgotten exactly what's about to happen.
Oh boy.
Stables are full of hay.
What
I
is
cast magic missile.
what is Relic's favorite color?
Chartreuse.
Which is green. And where is he aiming this spoon?
At the stable where the magic cow was going to be put in, like in that stall or whatever.
So like the back wall, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. A beam of crackling chartreuse energy streaks towards the back wall and smashes right through it.
Oh shit.
And the spoon actually, the blast mark in the middle of the spoon gets more pronounced.
What? Whoa, where'd that come from? And I put the spoon back in my pocket. Oh, that was some magic cow poop that just rocketed. Did anybody see that? Okay, nobody's here. I'm gonna sneak back into the inn.
Marie confronts you in the yard. She appears to be 3 times larger than she normally is. She is looming over you, and she goes, "What did you do to Gorko? What did you do to my stable?" And she starts yelling at you.
Oh no.
Oh, I didn't do it. I'm just a little boy, and I had that magic cow, and it blew up, and it blew a hole in the barn.
She picks
It's a magic cow.
She picks you up and gives you 3 strong swats in the butt and says, "Go to your room."
You put me down, missy. You put me down right this moment.
She puts you down and she goes, "Relic."
I will not stand for this. Why you swat my bottom?
She,
No, buy me dinner first, and then maybe we can talk. But with just like,
she's got like her hand on her head and she's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. The inn is full and I can't believe you've been lying to me. What did you do to Gorko? And what did you do to my stable? She just goes back in the inn and she's like waving her hands around and like, she's very upset.
Are they with the
magic
shadow
cow.
of the front door? Because I'm waiting at the front door.
Yeah, she's walking through the front door and she says, "Hey, you! I don't want to see any of you for the rest of the evening."
I just kind of hold my hands up and let her pass and like look sideways over at Relic.
Relic looks pleased as punch, minus the whole manhandling of his bottom side.
Meow.
And he just smiles broadly at Quinten.
What? Why are you?
All right, so you're going to head back into the inn, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. Let me send a quick message. One of you has received a message, so all of you look at Discord.
No. Was it me? Was it you?
Okay, so when you head back in, I'm going to say Druzh is down in the common room. Do you think Brandle would be down there too?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're all hanging out probably around the same table. Druzh, what are you up to?
What time of day is it?
It's probably, it's about nighttime, first day. Like, sun's down, it's a crowded, environment.
And Brandle's the only one around?
Yeah, let's say this is while Quinten and Relic are out in the yard.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Druzh will kind of look around the room, not necessarily suspiciously, just kind of getting the lay of the land. And look over towards Brandle, and if Quinten comes looking, let him know I'll be out for the night. And get up from the table and head off into town.
You gonna go through the front door or the back door?
Front door.
You're gonna run into Quinten.
Fair enough.
All right, Quinten. Drew's just walking out the front door. What are y'all doing?
Kind of just like staring exasperated at Relic, and as Druzh kind of comes out, was like, I'll kind of turn to him and say, "Are you headed out?"
Yeah. Gonna be out for a while.
You want some company?
Not this time, I think.
Okay.
Just a long walk. Thinking some things over.
All right. I mean, things have been a bit odd and surprisingly dangerous in weird ways. Any way to keep an eye out or stay in touch?
I'm pretty sure I can handle myself.
Yeah, mate, you're not a baby. Go on now, just watch out for them cows.
Just go.
And Druzh will head off?
Wait, Druzh doesn't gesture at all of him and say, I think I'll be fine.
No, not really.
Okay.
So I'll let him kind of walk around the corner. What's Relic up to at the moment?
Oh, I was about to head in.
All right, so Quinten won't say anything to you. And as Druzh kind of heads around the corner, remind me, DM, is this city set up in a way that we can run across the rooftop sort of thing, or is that only specific districts?
Only specific districts.
Got it. Okay. I think I'm gonna kind of whistle for Marrow to catch up with me, and I'm gonna try and stalk Druzh. Just as
Okay.
Seems pretty rude, mate.
Do we think Druzh would be keeping an eye out for this sort of behavior?
I'm specifically downwind.
That's an important detail.
Yes. Trying to stay downwind.
No, I don't think it's something he's actively looking out for. This isn't a stealth mission by any means. Just
We're gonna have Quinten roll against your passive perception. So what's your passive?
my passive perception is really it's actually pretty decent. 14.
And what does Quinten roll on a snick?
Ooh, that is a 19.
Oof.
Quinten is going to handily snick around. He's gonna sneak.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna regret this. I should probably roll for Marrow as well.
Nah.
Okay.
Okay, so y'all are heading down towards the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Druzh, you seem like you know where you're going. When you get down to the docks, on the docks there are on the nicer side of the docks where the current doesn't sort of stagnate and things sort of gather. On the other side where it's nice and pretty are restaurants and community places. On the other side are warehouses and stuff. You're heading to the other side.
Oh yeah, obviously.
You don't think at any point you'd kind of look around and check if anybody's following you?
No reason to think people would be. I mean,
Okay.
Quinten would be the sort of nosy bit to follow around, but I don't think Druzh
You lost
is
a couple letters on bit there.
Plead the fifth. But no, I don't think Druzh is actively looking out for Quinten, and even if Quinten were following, I don't know that he would care too much. So,
Fair enough. Now, as you get further into these warehouses, they actually you're counting doors. You're looking for a specific door, and the lights aren't very good. This is not where one tends to wander. It's very active during the day, but kind of deserted at night. So as you get to about the door that you want, it's really empty. So I'm gonna need Quinten to roll again for a sneak.
Oh God. And is this the same day as we talked to Felix, or the next day?
The next day.
Great.
But remember, everybody has a role-playing point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
good reminder.
oh god.
Oh, I'm gonna use that role-playing point.
What'd you
'cause I
roll?
rolled A 4 plus 4. That's a natural 7 plus 4.
So not only are you going to be seen,
You don't know.
you are seen because you start leaving a trail of bright, glowing dust.
That fits.
Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily. I mean, yes, there's bright glowing dust. How bright is this dust glowing? Is this able to be refracted or reflected off of walls in this warehouse?
Over
or...
the roof of an
Yeah.
alleyway. Or...
You can read a book by this, but it's not going to be the light reaches 2 feet high, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think between the light and the wind probably shifts for a second, and like the trunk will perk up. He'll just kind of stop dead in his tracks and sigh and Quinten.
And I'll kind of step around the corner, like I'm not gonna hide from you.
Is there a problem with me going out?
No, but with I was just concerned between the order, apparently hunting Relic, and probably for good reason. And the stuff we've kind of been dealing with before and has kind of been suspiciously quiet while we've been with this group. I just wanted to be around to have your back if you needed me. I wasn't gonna pry in conversations, but if I heard trumpeting, then I wanted to be within earshot.
He'll just kind of sigh heavily and, well, if you're here, you may as well come along. And he'll let Quinten tag along.
I can stay out of sight if you want, or try to, and I'll kind of look at this trail of dust, very confused.
Marrow is like jumping through it like it's a
Oh,
sprinkler.
I was gonna say, like,
And he's he's trying to bite it. Like he's like,
Oh, sprinkler works, yeah.
yeah, like he is not stealthy. Okay, so you're letting him tag along?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be look at footsteps, look at Quinten, look at Marrow, look at footsteps.
I'll just kind of, and I'll just pick Marrow up and toss him over my shoulders like a scarf.
He will whine quietly.
All right, and we're off with Quinten and Marrow in tow.
All right, so you've made it to the door. You've been given a specific kind of knock. I wonder if it'll get picked up on my mic. Let's try this. Ready? This is the knock. Did that get picked up on mic?
Yep.
Sure did.
Great. That's the knock you have to do. That got picked up on mic. So one of those little like eye slits open, and the guy says, "Yeah."
I was talking to someone earlier about.
You're gonna
some
mention. The anchor dude.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
he's gonna go, "Oh, all right." And it slits back, and you hear like lots of locks unlock, and he lets you in. And
Great.
he looks at you, and he looks at Quinten, and he looks at the dog. The dog goes quiet. Marrow goes quiet. And he like hooks a thumb over his shoulder, and he says he's in the back. So you're in a warehouse. It's full of boxes and bales and like the whole thing.
Can I ask, when Marrow goes quiet, like, what's the read? Is he just behaving himself? Is he scared? Is he nervous? Is he angry? Like, what is Marrow reacting to?
Do you have animal friendship of any kind?
I mean, I can do speak to animals, I think. Yeah, speak with animals.
Okay, so I think you get the impression that he's like scared, but is gonna protect you if he needs to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll cast speak with animals kind of casually and ask him like what's up, and if there's like anything specific he's worried about.
He just like this is because he was playing with sparkly light, and the guard is like looking at the light like, really, dude? Like, come on. But like he's got a big club, so Marrow recognizes there's danger, potentially.
Okay.
Nothing specific. Nothing like this guy's gonna beat you up as soon
Alright.
as you turn around or anything. So you head to the back?
Yep.
Okay. So you head to the back, full warehouse. When you get to the back, there's a lantern, and you've been given instructions to turn right at the lantern. So you go down there, and there's a hallway. There's more doors. You're counting doors. You get to another door, and it's cracked a little bit. And as soon as you get outside, the guy goes, "Are you here for an appointment?"
Yeah.
So you walk in, and there is a this guy could not be more typical. If he were in a crowd, he would just disappear. He's average height, average, build, everything. Except, you can see his sleeves are rolled up, and he is covered in tattoos. And if his sleeves were rolled down and his shirt was buttoned up and he was wearing long pants, you wouldn't see any of this. But his cuffs are rolled up on his pants and his sleeves, and he's open like to the belly button, and you can see he's just covered in these tattoos, and they almost seem to move, or glow, or pulse, or you don't want to look at some. It's like there's a weird. And he's gonna look at Quinten as you walk in, and he's gonna be like, "I know you," and he points at you because you are easy to describe. And he looks at Quinten. He's like, "But who's him? Who's him?"
He's fine. He's emotional support.
Your emotional support, Eladrin.
The guy like gives you a really skeptical look, and he goes, "You know this is gonna hurt, right?"
Oh yeah.
And he says, No, I don't mean like your body. Like this is gonna hurt."
Yeah, I can deal with that.
And he's like, "All right, well, you know the deal. 200 gold, and tonight I'm in the mood for a story."
All right. Druzh will empty 200 gold worth of their payments out of his hip pouch.
All right, he counts it up. He does it pretty fast. Tucks it into a pocket. The pocket seems to hold more than it should. And he's like, "All right, you good for a story? Because I can do the story while I'm doing the tattoos, but you get started, so I can tell you're gonna tell me a real story, and then I'll get started. But where do you want this?"
And Druzh will kind of gesture to the base of the tusks where the runes end and like the skin begins, and kind of draw a finger up around beneath an eye, behind an ear, and down the spine.
He nods. He's like, "All right, you want me to start at the back or the front?"
Let's do the front.
And he's like, "All right." So he's got a chest behind him, and he flips that open, and what you see inside are like tons of ink bottles and tons of needles. And you see him like sorting through some of the needles, and he looks back at you, and he's like, "No," and he pulls out a different needle. He's sorting through the ink, and he's like, he says, "I need you to tell me a story, and that's what's going to go into the tattoo." And he's sort of like talking to himself. He's like, "I mean, you can pick a spell or whatever, and I'll do that too, but tonight I'm doing a story." And your contact told you, like, that's true, right? Like, every once in a while he does a big one, and that big one has to come with a story, which your GM forgot to prep you about earlier. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
My bad. So because your GM forgot to tell you about that earlier, is it all right if we do this now? Because I can like,
Yeah,
it happens, and we talk later. Okay. So he seems to be talking to himself, and he's like, "This one's probably gonna take a while." He looks at you again. He's like judging like area, and he's like, "Yeah, it's probably gonna take all night. So better be a good story."
Yeah. Is there like a chair or stool or something? Because otherwise, Druzh has his fancy folding stool from Quinten's girlfriend that he could take a seat on.
That probably,
First of all, that's from Marthala.
but the girlfriend made it. That's probably the only thing that's gonna hold you in here. Like, there's crates and stuff, but nothing super substantial. Nothing like a chair.
Fair. Then he will unfold his fancy version of a lawn chair that can hold Loxodon weight and get himself situated for this apparently all-night ordeal.
So here's what I like to do. And I do not want you to tell me a story that takes all night. So I'd like you to summarize what the story is. But before you do, I'm going to have Quinten roll for staying awake.
What? Druzh does have a very calming voice, so that tracks.
Roll me a Constitution check. And
We're just
I
gonna
mean,
Morgan put him
I
in there.
certainly can, but it's a
You've-
natural 20.
Damn. Okay, so he stays awake through this whole thing. So he hears the story. So what kind of story are you telling?
I think it starts a long time ago in a continent far, far away.
Mm-hmm.
And Druzh will start telling these stories of, I don't know if Quinten has heard any of this yet,
I was just
actually.
gonna ask, what percentage has he heard?
Probably not much. You may have heard snippets of it, but it's essentially the
Keeping in
story.
mind, 0 is a percentage.
No, it's definitely a percentage above 0, but probably more than Quinten has heard prior. It's basically the story of Druzh and growing up with his herd on a alternate continent, and what that was, how the landscape there differed from being in town, and he'll kind of gloss over some parts whenever he comes up on topics that mention immediate family or relations, but go over kind of a Loxodon way of life and its differences to city life, and how city life is somewhat uncomfortable.
So as he starts, whenever you skip over something that has to do with like family or whatnot, it feels like the needle hurts more. I'd like you to roll me a Constitution check as well. I have received tattoos, so I want to see, like, there was always a moment when I was getting a tattoo where it was like, you know what, I'm done, but you can't be done. You kind of have to keep going. So I want to see where that point is for you, because Druzh will obviously keep going, but it'd be interesting to see like what point that he's like, meh.
Fun story. That's a natural 1.
You have a role-playing point.
Oh, right.
Or
use that.
you don't have to use it. You can be like,
Or
yes,
you
or
can
roll.
You know what? No, I like the natural 1 here.
Okay, so
do it.
You're not, Druzh is not unfamiliar with pain.
Nope.
But I don't think he has any tattoos, correct?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
Scars, yes. Tattoos, no.
This feels like nothing you've ever experienced before. It is, you would think that being stabbed with a needle is like a sensation one would be able to imagine, but nothing you would have imagined is what this is like. So right from the get-go, you have to steel yourself for this entire process. And when you get to those points where you skip family, if you were not being stabbed 1,000 times with a needle, you would probably, and he's got like some weird contraption he's using, and there's a bit of magic, there's a glow around it, right? And it's like a glow to the naked eye, right? So this is super concentrated magic. If you were not being stabbed 1,000 times by a tiny needle, and you were telling the story, no one would notice you skip those parts, but because of the stabbing, you actually have to take a moment, like a breath, when you're actively skipping those parts, and he continues through those moments, and it almost seems to hurt more. And then when you're able to talk again, and you start to realize, like, the more you talk, the less you're not going to have any of those moments where it hurts more. But I think I'm not going to have you roll more for Constitution checks, because Druzh seems like the kind of person that would absolutely be able to get through a tattoo.
Oh yeah, just soldier through that. That's fine.
Okay.
It sucks, but do the thing.
So, anything else you want to add to the story you tell?
I don't think so. It may. There's probably a few more parts he glosses over than he fully intended to. Like, there was a planned like end point for this story, but glossing over other parts shortened that a bit. And then there's searing pain across your face.
Yep. And
so-
around your ear would hurt a lot, and
Yep.
anything that touches a bone.
Like down the back of the neck onto the spine.
Oh,
yeah,
that's-
this is not a comfortable tattoo.
No,
This is not a good time.
It gonna hurt.
Oh yeah. So it probably goes on a little bit longer than intended. And there are probably some details that Quinten hasn't heard that I'll message you offline with regards to previous family experiences and times prior to when Quinten met Druzh.
Sorry, cat is climbing on top of a precarious thing. I am making my very slow notes.
Uh-huh.
And I'm narrating out loud for those of you who can't see me make slow notes, which is all of you.
I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, but I feel like as it becomes very apparent, especially because it's apparent immediately that Druzh is in a lot of pain, Marrow is gonna like kind of tuck himself against like the back of his ankles and push into him.
I don't know that it's super apparent except in those pauses. Druzh, help me out with this. Like when Druzh is in extreme amounts of pain, is it obvious, do you think, to the outside eye?
I don't think it would be super obvious except for the trunk. I think the trunk kind of curls up and like tenses on itself a little
Like
bit.
clenching almost.
Yeah. It's the trunk version of a clenched fist.
And you and Marrow have had a moment because of that spoon you've got, right? So I think I would think Marrow would pick up on this. And what did you say he was doing, Quinten?
So I'm imagining since Druzh is so big, like there's space between like the back of his feet and the stool. So he's gonna kind of like lay down, like leaned against the back of his ankles, and probably like lick his ankles every once in a while.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so in the wee hours of the morning, you're almost numb at this point because of where he's stabbing, and so you almost don't feel him finish. But he stops and he stretches and he's like, "Oh, I usually have to take breaks, but that was amazing. Anybody ever tell you you are a natural storyteller? Huge God, lots of stretches." He's touching his toes and stuff.
And Druzh will kind of wince and like shift back and forth in the chair stool folding apparatus, and kind of getting used to moving again while not being in visceral pain.
Yeah.
And kind of just slowly, very slowly, even gingerly, one could say, which is not usually in Druzh's movement vocabulary, get back up to his feet and fold up the chair. Storytelling hasn't come up before, no.
He's looking you over now. Like he's like, yeah, okay. And he's like, this is one of my finer tattoos. You're good material to work with. I'll work on you again if you make your way back here. And he's like looking at it and he's like, yeah, I don't even need to touch this up. Yeah, you're good. This should be good. Now it's gonna take a while to settle in. He says to you, and he's like, and don't like roll around in the mud or get somebody else's blood on you for like a week.
Quinten will kind of chuckle at the mention of not getting somebody else's blood on him. And I'll kind of speak up and like kind of put my finger in there. Like, if I were to offer any pain relief, would that mess with whatever you've just done?
He laughs and he's like, that's not gonna work.
Good.
All
right. So tattoos to me, the spoon, the real human, feel like sunburns.
Yep.
But like that moment in a sunburn where you're like, ow, 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 and then usually that kind of like fades away. With a tattoo, it doesn't for longer. But
yes, Technic Player is super familiar with sunburns. It has had many of them.
Hush now.
I'm teasing. Go ahead.
You hush now. So I want you to imagine
Did
us.
you make your roommate who did though? Just saying.
I'm not saying it's not possible, but
Well, imagine like a really itchy like burn, you know.
Yep.
But I also want you to imagine combining that feeling with like a deep like bone bruise. So
super fun.
yeah, so this hurts like hell. I'm not going to hit any of your health points, but it's very distracting. So
I'm fine taking a point or two of exhaustion if that needs to happen.
I mean, we did stay up all night, so.
Yeah.
okay, so let me give you a point of exhaustion, and I'll say you have disadvantage on initiative, so don't pick any fights. And I'll say that's true for about a week. I think you can get rid of the exhaustion in like a day or two, but that distraction is going to last like a week. And I intentionally want this to last longer. Healing spells don't help. Like, this is very resistant to stuff.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, especially after a natural one. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
As we're walking out, I'm just gonna like tap him, like put my hand on his shoulder or elbow, I guess, as the case may be, and like cure wounds anyway, just to give it a shot.
Yeah, and Druzh, that's why I'm doing, going into this detail is because of that nat one. I wanted to add a little bit of flavor. I don't think it's.
Do it. I'm into it.
Okay. Cool. So you make your way back to the inn?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to say that you make it back around breakfast time. I'm going to say that, so I did talk to Marthala offline. I'm going to say that she's at the table. She's just finishing up her breakfast, and she's heading straight back upstairs, and you can tell that she's been crying.
Here we go again.
Get ready for a hug on all those new tattoos.
And she's tall enough to reach them, too. That fucking sucks.
I didn't do it.
Who else is down there at breakfast? Is it just Marthala?
It's just Marthala. It seems like she came down super early, wolfed down her food, and is going straight back upstairs.
Does that thing she does? Does she look like she's day drinking again?
No, she does not.
Okay.
Mimosas.
Man, bottomless mimosa pictures. I miss going out and having those. Those were great.
Yeah. Quinten's gonna kind of like see this and kind of like walk off to the side and work on getting breakfast for him and Druzh and like leave him to it.
She is uncharacteristically not gonna notice your tattoos. And she's gonna say, "I do not want to talk," and she's gonna head straight back upstairs. She's not gonna let you talk to her at all, and she'll close the door in your face. And Gorkle will sort of be walking. If you had, what are you gonna do?
Heavy sigh, but also it's been a long fucking night, and we don't have energy for this right now. It's nap time, guys.
Okay, you gonna go straight to bed?
Oh yeah. Unless Quinten has anything.
No, I think I'll follow behind you as you kind of trudge upstairs and because we're sharing a room still, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
All right. So I'll come in with like some. I would have gotten us like some biscuits and maybe some gravy and some sausage and like a sleepy time tea, like really hearty, filling, robust food. And like,
Quinten would probably know by now not to bring up sausage. Quinten would never have seen Druzh eat meat.
Okay. Never eat meat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then like grilled asparagus and like maybe some sort of like squash type quiche, whatever Marie happens to have.
Marie rolls her eyes super hard when you ask for this stuff. She is very put out with all of you.
I'm not looking for something fancy. I'm just looking for something that's going to stick to its ribs.
Oh, sure. I'm sure. Yeah, of course. I'll believe that. She's like, I'll believe that. Like, she's like, I can't trust any of you. She's being very dramatic. What did you say, Brandle? Wordman, what did you say?
It was like, oh, nothing fancy, just make me a quiche, you know?
Yeah.
Like whatever she happens to have been making, like, the rib stickiest of foods that she has for breakfast.
You hear her banging around.
Can I
in
get
the
a
kitchen.
souffle? That'd be great.
She's
Not
upset.
gonna lie, I was picturing a souffle when I said quiche.
She's upset. Okay, so you bring him some food.
Yep, and I'll be eating the same and stuff because like I stayed awake with him, so I'm also not as physically drained because I didn't get a soul-wrenching tattoo, but I didn't sleep either.
All right, so you guys sort of tiredly eat food and then fall asleep.
Yep.
Okay. Brandle, I think it's the morning of the second day. I think you got to wander around the first day for a while on your own. Actually, we've been doing this for about an hour. Do y'all want a break?
Yeah, we can take a break.
Anybody else want a break?
Yeah.
Alternatively,
good.
we can do this for another half an hour and then call the game around in about a half an hour.
I'm okay with either.
We can keep
Let's
going
power
if you
through.
want.
Let's power through.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right.
you've been so you got to kind of go out on your own. What would it be okay if like you pass Druzh and Quinten as they're heading up to bed, and you're at the table and the room the dining room is empty. Maria's brought you coffee and whatever you want for food, and then would it be okay if you just spread your purchases out on the table and review them?
Yes.
Okay. What do we got?
I'm excited for Brandle inventory. I just say whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I just, put in my pouch, I guess, and just
Yeah,
put everything
I'm
onto the table, start
I'm
looking at it.
I'm asking you this because occasionally you have been like, I pull random thing out of pouch, and I'm really curious about what's in this pouch.
Oh, okay.
So what do we got?
Well, I mean, last time we were here, I went to that lady and bought some flowers, so
Yep.
I probably went back and got a couple more, just so I don't run out.
And I think you've got a very clear pile of fresh flowers and dried flowers, because those are different.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got?
I did. Yeah, I did make sure to pick up some snacks too, just because we're going on a trip and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Some octopus, because I wanted to get that.
Mm-hmm. Tentacles specifically, correct?
Some tentacles,
Mm-hmm.
just some pickled octopus,
Pickled, got it.
for
Yep.
the trip.
Is that like in a baggie or like a jar?
Well, I think it's probably in a jar,
Okay.
like in a small,
Just checking.
Are they alive?
I was just gonna say, are they still moving?
No, I think it's pickled, so no.
It's pickled. It's pickled.
It's just the tentacles, because the eyes and the brain of an octopus are different parts. Anything else you want to share that was in your pockets?
I mean, I think that's mostly all of it. Just some flowers.
All right. Would you say you're thinking about your trip right now? Do you think? Would Brandle be like thinking specifically about like being on the sea?
Yeah.
You are gonna feel a moment of pure glee, right? Like mischievous joy. That is not how you're feeling, but it's how you're feeling.
Okay.
Any response, or you're just like, yes, this is happening?
I mean, yeah. I guess I'm excited, or
Are
something.
you saying like he feels it, like doesn't normally feel this way, and feels this way, or like it's superimposed over his emotions, like something else is making him feel this way?
Yeah, to be clear, I'm not telling you how your character feels. I'm telling you how this feeling sort of sweeps through your character. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna tell you how Brandle feels about the
Like,
sea. I
from
want you
somewhere
to
else.
tell me that, but something else sort of like the feeling sweeps through you.
Huh. That's interesting.
Okay. Y'all wake up the next morning. It's time to go.
Okay. Are we supposed to meet at the docks, or well, I guess yeah, okay.
So
I'll just go downstairs and see if I see anyone.
yeah, let's say you all meet up for breakfast before you head to the docks.
Druzh will be up uncharacteristically late.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, sleepyhead? Nice of you to. Oh, God, what'd you do to your face?
What? And Quinten will kind of like step up in front, like seeing Druzh being very clearly tired for this shit and not wanting him to stomp our bard. priest, whatever he is. Be like, what's wrong with your face? We've
I
never
was
asked you
born
that.
this way, mate.
I was gonna say, I've always wondered. It's always been this way, but and just like very clearly like pick a fight and
Quinten,
distract him.
it's fine. And he'll kind of try
I wouldn't say
him by the
fine.
shoulder and move him out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very rough face, but not a fine face.
If we're going back home, it felt like something worth.
When he says home, Quinten starts
Oh,
kind
wait.
of and
Yeah, wait. Oh. Whoa. You, somebody speak here, right? What's going on?
what?
Home. You said home.
He said gnome. We know a
Eh.
gnome.
Quinten, shut up.
It's okay. Okay.
Explaining.
Look, do we have to explain? Do you explain your?
Quinten,
Uh,
Yes.
I personally have some
I heard the side glance in that.
intimate familiarity with the other continent. There's a reason you don't see many Loxodon around here.
Oh, sure. Not much outside the traveling caravans. You know what? I didn't want to say anything because I'm polite.
Suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
But that's interesting. So we might have a couple of you big fellas to deal with once we get over there. Then.
And he says deal with, like Quinten, like tone changes from like, trying to hide to like already on guard. Like
Quinten, did you got some bugs in your oatmeal this morning? What's going on for you?
what is your deal? Like, we've been supportive, we've been patient, we don't pry more than is this gonna get us killed? Like why are you right now?
This feels very much like a grandma clutching her pearls. In a way. Like, I'm just getting that vibe.
Great.
No, it's more of a like I don't like I can't quite
I'm
describe
just a humble servant. I am who the gods have made me, my mate.
No, it's a lie, dude. Give it up. Like he's just like fed up. Like he's just not playing along anymore.
Marie's gonna bring food while you're all having this conversation, and she like throws the plates down on the table.
And this, what did you do? You better
And
pay
she-
me to tip her well.
She's muttering like,
nothing.
"Glad y'all are leaving." No.
Yeah, you're the one in here, so I hear coming in demanding quiche and whatnot. Daisy, you're the one that crawled up her butt.
No, was on the menu. I was just.
Gorko's
look at me, I'm an Eladrin, and I just come in and demand quiches everywhere I go.
she spins around on one foot and whaps you upside the head, and she's like, "Don't!" and then storms off into the kitchen. And it doesn't hurt. It's just like a woof by the head. And
I'm gonna take
Gorko is running around like flipping all the food back onto the plates because it's like fallen off because she slammed the plates down. So he's just like, sorry. What were you gonna say, Quinten?
And I'm gonna take my whatever, like the side plate or whatever has the bacon on it. And I'm just gonna like shove it as forcefully as possible. Like not throw it at him, but like shove it forcefully across the table at Relic and be like, it's pronounced Eladrin, and I'm gonna like grab the rest of my food, get up, and walk away.
Boy, he's grumpy today, isn't he? I might have a little bit of fun with that.
I really, really recommend that you don't.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm getting awfully tired of y'all being so mean to me.
I am mean.
Glad I'm out of your chat.
You've been a perfect gentleman. I hope your face don't hurt too much. Anyway, you was telling us we're gonna have to like deal with some long trunk fellas once we get over there and whatnot before Quinten got his buckles all in a bind.
I said nothing like that. And deal with is an interesting choice of words.
It's just an observation. Like, they might be dealt with in a friendly manner. They might not be in a friendly manner. We just have to see what's going on. I'd just like to know what we're getting into.
Yes, it's technically possible that there would be more like me where we're going. Yes.
All right, good, good. Just want to know everything that I could get into, make sure nobody's lying to me.
Is that something you've had to deal with lately?
No, no, no. Y'all wouldn't lie to me now, would you?
Don't know that I have yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he actively trying to
Yep, that was my next
be
question.
scheming about it?
Is this just a conversation, or are we poking and prodding?
Oh, I'm not asking anything. I already know.
Okay, then we'll keep this to just a conversation instead of rolling some dice.
Right?
Okay. Brandle, are you doing the ping pong match thing where you like watch who's talking like back and forth and like that small grin
yeah, like-
that you get when you're watching them have feelings and you're like, yes, this is happening.
Is there an item that's like a never-ending bucket of popcorn? Because I want Brandle to have it.
You can probably make that. Yeah.
Excuse me for
Someone can probably enchant that.
just a moment.
Oh, I was already writing something down.
Oh boy.
Okay. Just had to take it out. Okay, so I'm gonna say what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say you make it to the dock. I'm gonna say you find the ship, and they're loading up like water, supplies, that kind of thing. It looks like they've got a decent amount of cargo. Looks like it's a lot of like logs and like cut wood and things like that. Yeah, raw materials, a lot of that. You see a couple of fine chests like that look like they're probably carrying something a little more delicate. This is the Star Knitter, and the captain's actually on the dock, and he's looking at a very fancy pocket watch when y'all stroll up. And I think that's where we're going to leave it for the night. Does that sound all right?
Yeah.
Right, folks. We are going to go over what you learned this evening. Then we're going to talk about good role-playing moments. So chat, if you're playing along and you would like to nominate some good role-playing moments, drop those into chat while I'm talking to them about learned. So go ahead and do that. So what did you all learn this evening?
Druzh has a tattoo.
Druzh has a tattoo. That's true.
For now.
It is true that Druzh has a tattoo.
What else did you learn?
Got a trunk stamp.
Wow.
No,
We learned that
thankfully
cows go poo.
not. And
You just gonna keep rhyming?
Huh? Was I rhyming?
Your noise canceling, lost that. I saw it. I didn't hear it. What did you?
Marie is just done with our shit at this point, which is unfortunate because Druzh has been nothing but polite. But yes, Marie is done with our shit.
Right? This just seems rude. I've been nothing but a perfect gentleman.
I should tell this character's namesake about this game. I told her about it originally, but this character has developed. I should tell her about it. She'd get a kick out of it.
My favorite part is you created her and didn't even realize that, consciously that you had remade.
Oh yeah, I did. I did it on purpose.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I totally did it on purpose. Okay, what else did you learn?
Did our characters learn, or did we as players learn?
Either, because remember, this is a good place to put stuff that you deliberately want me to read back to you at the beginning of the next session.
We learned that old Druzh there's from a different continent.
Yep.
You did. We learned that Brandle collects tentacles for some reason.
Yeah, and he had a happy moment there that may or may not have been him.
And, you know, that Relic hears voices and follows them without question.
Well, I questioned it.
Literally all he did. One question and then followed.
And is, you know, kind of sus of everybody now, apparently, since of all people accuse Druzh of lying, yes, that will go well.
Look here, mate. I didn't accuse nothing of nobody. I was just saying, you know, why would you lie to your
I
good
hear
mate?
people tell me. I've heard people say. I didn't say it. I've heard people say.
What else did you
Yeah.
learn this evening?
Marthala's in something of a mood,
I
apparently.
shouldn't say that. Yep.
Mood.
I was trying to drop enough, like, things around, which she told me, so that she could pick it up when she comes back.
Which, fair.
Okay. Anything else you learned? Are you ready for role-playing points? What was that? Was that a kitten?
Yeah.
I agree, kitten. Okay, role-playing moments. What do you got? Hang on. Don't actually tell me. Let me. RP points. Okay. What do you got?
Open the door.
Did you? Because it's important.
RP moment for the cat opening the door.
Alright, what were good role-playing moments today?
Relic just continuing to lean into the child thing and being a child walking through the street with a cow, and I guess everyone's okay with that, and, you know, breaking down the door of a stable and passing that off too.
It was a magic cow.
Yeah,
Shoots
even
lightning
better.
butter.
I wish I'd milked it.
More lasers.
I wish you had two.
Druzh, telling the story of like his past, but skipping over anything identifiable, like basically skipping all the security questions.
The security.
Or trying to. I'll message you all the stuff that Quinten got. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's
Me too, me
there's
too.
some stuff.
Do
There's
it.
some lore.
Do it in the shared
Well,
channel.
in the channel with the
Yeah.
Okay, what else you got?
I mean, Quinten going into babysitter mode and failing miserably.
That wasn't my fault. I blame
Yeah,
the
just
mistress.
get you a quiche.
Okay, I don't know that Quinten asked for a quiche. That was
Nope, he did. It's canon.
Can it now.
okay.
I wrote it down. It happened. Okay, other good role-playing moments. Are you ready to vote?
I really like the way Brandle got like. Oh, it almost feels like little kid excited over all of his new purchases and like laying them out on the table and like ogling over them and being like, my pretties.
Is that okay that I set it up like that, Brandle? It felt like something Brandle would do. Is that
Good. Yeah,
okay?
no.
Yeah, I thought that would be a good moment for you. Okay, ready to vote or other things? I don't think I got any from chat. I didn't. You're letting me down, chat. I need role-playing moments. I'm kidding. You just have to be here. We love you just the way you are. Okay, go ahead and vote.
Babysitter mode when he was trying to stealth, or when he got defensive at the end.
Yes.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yes.
No, stop it.
Hello.
I like that it takes you all so long to vote because you're looking for the perfect
Well,
emotes. I find that highly entertaining.
Speaking of finding the perfect emote,
That's a really good one.
I found a husky that's animated to the
Oh,
tail of
yeah.
a spinning like
Mhm.
helicopter. Just happy.
we got 2 votes of 4. I'm gonna let Marthala have the roleplay point she didn't get from this game next time. So help me remember that, folks.
Yep.
No.
You know what Brandle's table moment reminded me of is like a kid after Halloween where they're like sorting their candy.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Does that track, Birdman?
Yeah, it seems.
Okay.
I need the rest of you to vote.
Okay, I'll just go with a bongo cat or something.
Oh, that's your backup is Bongo Cat.
Yeah, let's just go the.
That's hyper mode. That's turbo button Bongo Cat.
I actually have a pin of Bongo Cat
You have
that I
one
got
that's,
at
like,
Twitch
snapping
once.
its tummy.
It's
Yeah,
true.
let's go with that one.
Okay, so Druzh is going to take it for telling the story of his past, but skipping over anything identifiable as his personal story, except for some little bits. So congratulations, Druzh, on a role-playing point. All right, before we sign off, where can y'all be found over the next week? Any streams you want to share that you're excited about?
We're kind of taking a break this week, but we have our finale. We had some cast issues last week, so
Yeah,
we have
everybody
our
gets sick.
finale for Ash and Ruin on Sunday. I
Okay.
believe that's at 3 p.m. Pacific, I think. I would have to verify that. And then next week we are kicking off our Tuesday zombie game.
Ooh, yeah, you've been posting about that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. I will be streaming Broken Bane on Saturday. I don't have any brunches lined up yet because I've been way too tired. My birthday is the last week of this month, and I am planning on a combined stream. So we'll be doing a crossover stream between Treasure Tuesday and Broken Bane. All of the characters will meet in a one-shot that I'll be running on behalf of my birthday. So definitely check that out. I'll be tweeting a lot about it. I'm very excited. I've made puzzles. I'm very excited.
Boats.
No, puzzles. Okay. Anything else anybody wants to share? Are we good to say goodnight, stream? Okay, let's do it. We'll say bye. Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.